Hello and welcome to the Headland Memorial Skating Rink here in New Bedford. Dartmouth Community Media is proud to present Dartmouth High School hockey. Today it is the consolation game in the Christmas tournament named after Capello, the Capello Cup. Dartmouth taking on Foxborough. Paul Santos, happy to be alongside with Andrew Santos here high above ringside. Great to be with you again, Andrew.
Yeah, it's good to be back here. Feels like I never left, you know. Time always goes by so quickly, and next thing you know, you're back in the rink again, ready to watch some high school hockey. So happy to be here.
Well, a few changes. Mike Capello retiring after a couple of decades behind the bench here at Dartmouth High School. Mark Rossi, a 2002 graduate of New Bedford High School, a great player in his own right, has taken the reins. I talked to him before the game. Very excited about being the head coach here at Dartmouth.
Sure, whenever you speak to him, it's pretty evident the amount of passion that he has and how excited he is that he was able to land the position. And he's talking about putting Dartmouth on the map and growing up the program and eventually hopefully going to D1 and scheduling more JV games, and does a lot of work at the youth level. And I think it's a great thing to see someone who's so excited to come in and continue to grow this program that Coach Capello worked so hard to grow over the past 20 years.
So Mark Rossi, the head coach. His assistant coach is Billy Rocha. And the head coach of Foxborough is Eric Galante, also a first-year coach. So a battle of first-year coaches here in the game today. Now, you're going to notice the absence of Bishop Stang. Stang was invited to the tournament, declined, did not invite Dartmouth to their Spartan Cup tournament. So hopefully whatever is going on there can be resolved, and we can get Stang back over here because, hey, that game, you played in it. Fans look forward to it, and the players really want to play in that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that obviously all the players really look forward to. I have very fond memories of those days. And, you know, obviously everyone that I grew up around has nothing but good things to say about the rivalry and the amount of excitement that it brings to this area and the amount of fans that it draws to the rink. So it's an unfortunate thing to see, but hopefully in the future the two teams will clash again, and hopefully we'll be there to officiate, announce it.
Well, in this Christmas tournament hosted by Dartmouth played in the first round game against Oliver Ames, a really good game. Dartmouth coming up short 3-2. Meanwhile, Foxborough lost their opening round game, and they lost their game by a score of 6-4, and that loss came to Old Rochester. Foxborough lost to Hopkinton, but they beat Attleboro, they beat Stoughton Brockton, and they defeated Blue Hills. Meanwhile, Dartmouth is 3-1 with wins over Old Rochester 4-3, over North Attleboro 4-1, and over Stoughton Brockton 4-3 before they dropped that game to Oliver Ames 3-2. Now, they graduated 8 seniors last year, Andrew, so it's always tough when you graduate that many seniors.
For sure, but, you know, it seems like they've got off to a good start so far, 3-1, so hopefully they can keep that momentum going. Unfortunately, they lost the first game here, but hopefully they'll continue to move forward and you know, keep giving their best effort.
Well, last year, after graduating those 8 seniors, I remember there were a number of sophomores that got a lot of playing time, got on the board here and there. They're now juniors, so keep an eye on them. There's only 2 seniors on the team, a lot of sophomores and juniors on this team. So hopefully that will bode well for the future for Coach Rossi. And we mentioned it before, Andrew, we got to see Ashton Machado just as a sophomore goaltender last year, terrific as a sophomore. And he's back here as a junior, and of course he'll be back as a senior as well. So I'm sure Coach Rossi is happy that you got a solid player between the pipes.
Yeah, Machado certainly impressed last year as a sophomore, making simply sensational saves left and right, it seemed like, and really putting the team on his back for some games. It was really fun to watch, and it's great for Dartmouth that they have him for another couple of years.
Right now here in the Christmas tournament, they're announcing the starting lineups. So for Foxborough, you have Alex Cavello, number 5. Number 14 is Finley Campbell, Leo Campbell, Daniel Jacobs, and number 23, Henry Diamond. And between the pipes for Foxborough is Trevor Martyr, a junior. And one thing we noticed about him, he's sizable. He covers up a lot of the net.
Yeah, first thing we said when we saw that the team come out for warm-ups. I think the national anthem here is about to start, so show respect. I got to do the Dartmouth starting lineup, of course.
Well, Kai Andrade, he is a junior this year, and I remember him last year coming up the ranks and contributing a little bit as a sophomore. Number 8 is J.T. Chiaria. He's one of the co-captains, had a very nice football season for Dartmouth this year. Evan Moniz, one of the senior co-captains as well, is in the starting lineup. Jacob Kearney and Aiden Cruz are the two other starters for today's game. Jacob Kearney, the brother of a goalie that played for Dartmouth a couple of years ago, and Aiden Cruz, just a sophomore. Remember, Aiden last year as a freshman had an impact last year already.
Yeah, he's got the size on him. He'd like to throw the body. He carried the play at certain times. He did a great job, and excited to see what he'll be doing over the next few years here at Dartmouth after he had such an impressive first year on that first line there last year.
And as we said, Ashton Machado, a junior, between the pipes here for the Dartmouth Indians. Now it looks like we're going to pause for the playing of our national anthem, and then we have the opening face-off between Dartmouth and Foxborough right here on Dartmouth Community Media.
Got nothing. What'd you do?
All right, we are ready to go. It's Dartmouth and Foxborough consolation game here at the Dartmouth Christmas Tournament alongside Andrew Santos. This is Paul Santos. Always exciting playing high school hockey. I know you enjoyed your stay here at Dartmouth, as your brother did too, and really playing high school hockey, nothing like it.
No, definitely not. You'll never get these years back, so my best advice to the players is just to live in the moment and enjoy every single game, because they certainly do not last forever, and they certainly do go by in a flash. I'm sure they hear that enough from the coaches and their parents around them and everything, but definitely can't stress it enough. Just go out there, have fun, enjoy the moment, and you'll never get these years back. So
not only the joy of playing, but how about the friendships? Friendships that last a lifetime. You run into guys on your team, and it's like you immediately go all the way back to this game and that game and how much fun you had.
Yeah, it's always nice. I've got teammates that still reach out to me. Sometimes we go out and get dinner together. It's absolutely one of the best parts of the sport as well.
So we're underway. Evan Moniz collecting here for the Indians, and the game is underway. As we said, Kai Andrade for Dartmouth intercepted, and Foxborough collects the puck here at center ice. First hit of the game is downwind Sharrier. Foxborough moving the puck into the offensive end. Back to the point it goes. Big hit by Sharrier as he returns the favor. Take a number, and Sharrier responds.
Good way to put a light of fire under your team right away. Start off the game right there. Nice response there.
Evan Moniz up into the offensive end. Wrist shot saved by Motter as the puck deflects up and out of play. The Indians getting a good look at the net there. Looks like that was Charlie Camisa with that opportunity early in the game.
Yeah, pretty good first 40 seconds there by the Indians. Try to get it into the zone, get a shot on net. A couple of big bodies there, and we're off.
Deep in the right wing corner, Evan Paluzzi for Foxborough, but the Indians get control, play it down deep. Both teams described as grinder kind of teams, finding their way. Coach Rossi talking about getting rebounds, getting in front of the net, going to those dirty areas. And that's the kind of team that Dartmouth is going to have this year. And another collision here at center ice as Camisa takes down a man at the blue line. Physical game so far. Camisa crashes into number 24, Tom Watts.
It looked like number 13 for Foxborough. Owen McAuliffe was a little shaken up after that one. I don't know if he's going to be coming back, or it looks like they're taking a look at him on the bench there. Hopefully he's all right.
Puck is iced, face-off down on the Foxborough end. So in the first minute and a half, A lot of physical play in this game.
Yeah, to be expected from, self-described grinder type teams. That's usually what you do to kind of start, getting the momentum going in your favor.
Finley Campbell for Foxborough. Can't clear the zone. Kept in there by Dartmouth. That was Evan Moniz playing it down deep behind the net. More body play as a man gets dropped behind the net. And back comes Foxborough. Delivering the hit that time was Brady Boparlin, just a freshman. Behind the net, puck moved along the wing. Collected here by the Indians. Puck moved out through the neutral zone. Centering pass, redirected out in front and wide. Up and down action so far. Puck loose in the Foxborough slot, but they'll skate it out. And it's back in the Indian end. Been an entertaining game so far in the early going, that's for sure.
Yeah. Good shift there from Boparlin, the freshman for Dartmouth. Had a nice hit in the offensive zone there.
Foxborough centering pass. Kai Andrade can't get it, and now he does. Andrade moving out into the neutral zone. Delayed penalty coming up on Foxborough, and the Indians will be going on the power play. Looks like it might be a hook at center ice.
Yeah, 2-on-1 there. Teammate had a pretty clear shot at the slot, and you'd like to see a dish there, but unfortunately he wasn't really able to get it off. But way to draw the penalty.
So it is a tripping penalty against Evan Paluzzi, a sophomore for Foxborough, and get our first look at the Dartmouth Indian power play centered by Aiden Cruz, just a sophomore. Talked about how he came onto the team last year as a freshman. Well, let's see what the Indians can do on the power play. Shot through a screen goes wide of the net. Aiden Cruz in the right wing corner. Indians setting up in the offensive end. Back to Will Gibson. Gibson through a screen. And it's stopped that time by Martyr. Kept it along the ice and got it down on the Foxborough goaltender.
Looks like Gibson is looking for the tip there in front. And a couple of shots from the point already on this power play that were right along the ice.
Gibson has it again at the right point. Down to Cruz. Tries to come out of the corner with it. Foxborough can't clear. Gibson still has it. Cruz down in the right wing corner for the Indians. So the circle out in front. Tip saved by Martyr. Score on the rebound! Charlie Camiza makes it 1-0 Dartmouth.
Well, that whole play started from just great puck movement by the Indians, and moving the puck all around, D to D, down to the forward in the corner. They're able to get it out in front, and the puck's just kind of sitting there. That's where you have that player in front of the net in the slot for to find that rebound, that dirty garbage in front of the net, put it in the back.
So the Indians on the power play get the early 1-0 lead. That was a good-looking power play. Another chance here for the Indians, and Martyr makes the stop. But a very solid power play right there by the Dartmouth Indians.
Yeah. A lot of shots coming up from the point, and that's generating a lot of opportunities, as it usually does. I'm sure that's a message that Coach Rossi was trying to send to his team. And it's been working out so far. Just get the pucks to the net and try to find those rebounds, those dirty goals. These grinding type teams like to do that, use that to their favor.
Had a chance to chat with both coaches before the game, and not only they talk about grinded out teams, but that makes the special teams even more important, because if you're a team like that, you're going to need to put the puck in the net when you have the man advantage.
Mm-hmm. I've always said a goal is a goal. Doesn't matter how you get it, right? It's still a goal on the board, so.
Here's Kai Andrade into the offensive end. Wrist shot goes wide of Martyr. Gibson keeps it in at the right point. Stopped here by Foxborough. Foxborough moves it out to the neutral zone. Kept in on a nice play there by Max Carrero. Foxborough moves it around the wing. On the forecheck, John Bichot. And it comes back out to center ice. Charlie Camiza at the blue line, trying to get possession. The Indians moving to the offensive end. Mattis Carrero to the circle. Spins, tries to get it near their net. Puck loose in the slot. Indians try to keep it in, a gamble, but now the other way comes Foxborough. But a good job that time of Gibson getting back.
Kearney wasn't sure whether to stay back or pinch and try to get the puck in. Those are the types of plays where the split-second decision is important. You want to be able to make sure that there isn't a break the other way.
Foxborough brings it back out. Puck dumped in here On the forecheck, Owen McAuliffe. Around the wing, they try to keep it in. And it bounces out to center ice. Connor Hayes now for Foxborough. Now 5 minutes played in the game. The Indians 1-0 the Charlie Camisa power play goal as the Indians have the benefit here in icing by Foxborough. Face-off coming up in the Foxborough end.
And it looks like Owen McAuliffe is back on the ice for Foxborough, number 13, who's shaken up earlier on the hit, so that's nice to see him back out there.
Yeah, some definite hard-hitting body checks in the early going in this game, as sometimes that happens. You come off, the adrenaline is flowing. You want to deliver the body check, get the crowd into the game. Puck down here in the Dartmouth Indian end. Machado comes out of the net, covers the angle, kick save on the scoop shot. That time by Owen McAuliffe, and a great look at Machado flashing the left pad.
And Machado is all over that.
Wasn't really a lot McAuliffe could do on that.
No, definitely not.
Machado, an experienced varsity player, playing last year as a sophomore, and really looked comfortable in net. I'm sure he's been playing goal most of his life, but now he's a seasoned varsity player, and you can really tell.
Yeah, just on that last play, he fearlessly went straight up into the slot towards the puck and challenged the shooter. Those are the types of things that you want to see, that type of confidence from your goalie. And you can tell that he's kind of got that veteran presence already just from the couple of shots that we've seen him take so far.
Gibson collects now for the Indians. Banks it out through center ice. Kai Andre, shot deflected wide, goes behind Martyr. Big hit behind the net as the puck is collected here by Leo Campbell. Wing to wing it goes all the way down into the Dartmouth end, and another icing by Foxborough, face-off in the Foxborough end, and Foxborough's been icing the puck a lot.
Yeah, Dartmouth has come out with a lot of energy, a little bit of pep in their step, if you will. They've been all over Foxborough, so Foxborough's just trying to find some room to breathe here by getting the puck out of their zone. And so far, it's been mostly all Dartmouth, so we'll see how the play continues to go.
Max Carrero on the face-off for the Indians, gets the puck behind the net. Foxborough in the corner looking to dig it out. It's Daniel Jacobs, stolen shot, saved that time by Martyr. Another opportunity there by Dartmouth. Carrero behind the net, showing some speed. Throws it out in front, loose puck in the slot. The Indians couldn't get a handle to it, and it's skated away here by Foxborough. The Indians dominating play territorially and otherwise so far. On the forecheck, John Bichot. Foxborough banking the puck behind the net, looking to get control, get it out to center ice. Stopped here by the Indians. Tom Watts, a sophomore. Into the offensive end it goes. Near the net, Bichot, shot, saved by Martyr. Bouncing puck, Martyr down in the butterfly, trying to take away most of the net. Wrist shot through, puck bounces high in the air. And Foxborough manages to get it into the neutral zone. This is Campbell. Campbell with a shot. Nice save there by Machado. And he'll hang on to get the face-off.
And if you're Campbell there, you kind of want to talk about keeping the shots low and generating those rebounds. And he shot it right into what we call the bread basket, right into the chest of the goalie. And ideally, if he keeps that a little lower, tries to hit that lower left pad on Machado and try to get an opportunity for his teammate in the slot there, it's ideally what you want to do in that situation.
Gibson breaks out now with Andrade for Dartmouth. Gibson wheeling into the offensive end. Follow up here by JT Sharrier, but it bounces back to Aiden Cruz. Cruz, drop pass there to Gibson. Gibson carrying through the neutral zone, picking up some speed. Will Gibson to the left face-off circle. One-time shot by Andrade. Glove stop by Martyr. Indians with some great puck movement in the offensive end.
Yeah, that was a really good look there to find Andrade on the point. He's all by himself. No Indians directly in front of the net, though, so ideally you would like to have a couple of players in front, but, getting the shots on net is exactly what you want to be doing.
I'm looking at some of these Indian forwards, and it's interesting because Dartmouth seems to have a lot of those small, quick players as the shot goes wide. I mean, look back and see Freights and, Reed Martin and some of these guys, and you guys see Aiden Cruz and Max Guerrero, and they seem to produce these quick but small players with a lot of speed.
Yeah, I think spunky is the word that kind of comes to my mind. Some spunky freshmen out there making a name for themselves, laying the body, and talk about Bo Parlin earlier. He's throwing out a couple hits. You can tell that he's excited to be out there. He's ready for his chance to shine, and he seems to be contributing to the momentum.
There's a save by Martyr on the shot from the point by Gibson. The Indians almost got another one. Martyr down there in the butterfly, straightening out and keeping the puck out as you see players jamming up right there in front of the net.
Well, Foxborough dodged a bullet there. It didn't really look like he initially saw it on the first shot, and then it hit the post. Squirted back out, rebound. He was able to get his pads down the butterfly and smother it up. But there was definitely open look there, and Dartmouth's looked good so far. They've been finding those open looks, so just got to keep trying to generate those chances and not let it frustrate you.
That was Evan Moniz getting that shot through. Behind the net. Puck comes out to the face-off circle area. Camisa down deep. John Bicho behind the net for Dartmouth. Indians have been all over Foxborough in this game, but only have a 1-0 lead so far. Pops over the stick of Moniz. Moniz gets back, but there's a chance here for Foxborough. Shot goes high and wide off the stick of Owen McAuliffe. Shadow coming out of the net to cut down the angle. Camisa back the other way, checked by McAuliffe. That's a chance for Foxborough so far on that one. Puck in the slot. Indians into the right wing corner it goes. Max Carrero to the circle. Saved by Martyr. Martyr has made some great stops so far for Foxborough.
It's good patience there by Maddox Carrero. He had the puck kind of over near the hash marks, and he looked up. He possessed the puck. He looked up. He noticed that there was a blocker in front on the other team, Foxborough defender. So he held on to it. Most people, 9 out of 10 times, you're taking that shot, but he held on to it, used his patience, and then generated another opportunity by getting an open look in front.
Indians keep it in. Here's Gibson. Shot through a screen. Saved by Martyr. Indians trying to get a tip in front of the net on that shot from Gibson. As Andrew pointed out before, Cruz coming out of the corner. Cruz with a wrist shot. Saved by Martyr. Great look there by Cruz. Martyr played it well, following him all the way to the circle. Puck played down, cross corner. Collected here by Foxborough. Foxborough looking to move it into the offensive end. Here comes Diamond. Diamond out in front, knocked away by Gibson. And back the other way comes Sharrier. Sharrier bumped that time by Daniel Jacobs. Still gets it to the slot. Kai Andrade, left wing corner. Behind the net it goes. Indians trying to make a play. Behind the net it goes. Here's Cavello. Cavello plays it back. Now to Daniel Jacobs. Jacobs behind the net for Foxborough. Along the wing, collected here by Campbell. And out to center ice it goes. Very impressed with the way Dartmouth has been moving the puck and passing the puck around. Not a lot of selfish play by the Indians. And here's a chance for Foxborough. Pass across, intercepted. A nice defensive play that time by the Indians. Now it's Cruz. Cruz out in front. Cutting down the angle was Martyr. Martyr came out of the net, and the Indians couldn't get it to the open player.
The Indians have really been utilizing that indirect pass so far. And it's interesting to see at the high school level. You know, sometimes you see it a lot, sometimes you see it a little, but even just on that last play, there was a couple of plays where it looked like an opportunity could be generated for Foxborough, but Indians held on to it, showed patience, and then turned around, utilized that indirect pass to get it a nice safe pass up to their teammate.
Puck behind the net, the Indians controlling down there. Looking to make a play. There's Moniz with a shot wide of the net. Going back to get it there is Paluzzi. Indians fight to keep it in. Nice job there at the point as the Indians keep it in, but now back the other way it comes. On the wing, Foxborough collecting in their own end. Tom Watts around the side. Evan Paluzzi for Foxborough. Stopped here by Moniz. He slides it right back in. We have a couple of players that are not listed on our roster here for Dartmouth, so I'm going to try to make do and see if we can get the information as we go along. But Foxborough comes back the other way. Shot through. Easy save by Machado, and Machado decides to hang on and get the face-off with 3:49 to go here in the first period.
Fluttery little puck in there coming into Machado, no problem. You know, he's just so poised.
Daniel Jacobs from Foxborough looking to make a play. Puck goes out to center ice. And here comes Dartmouth. That's Charlie Camisa. He's got the only goal on a power play early in the game when Foxborough was in the box for tripping. Foxborough banks it out. Looks like it's not going to be icing. They wave it off. Back to get it is Jacob Kearney. Jacob Kearney taken down by Alice Cavello. Foxborough keeps it in. Centering pass. Wing to wing it goes. Stopped by Gibson. Gibson makes a move at the blue line. Gibson into the offensive end. Gibson down deep, looking to center it. Gibson, a defenseman, down in the right wing corner. Plays it all the way around to John Bicho. Bicho gets jammed up in the corner. Indians looking to get a shot off. It's wide of the net as Martyr had to flash the glove, but it went right past him. Indians continuing to dominate, and Martyr will cover it up with 2:54 to go here in period number 1.
Martyr's certainly been busy this first period, making a couple big stops there. Sliding from post to post. A lot of great opportunities generated by Dartmouth. A lot of great puck movement, good shots from the point. Hopefully they can keep it up moving forward for the rest of the game.
Evan Moniz plays it down deep. Right wing corner. Indians continuing to control the puck and get that territorial play. At the right faceoff circle, Aiden Cruz. In front, tipped. Wide of the net. Left wing side, Indians still collect. Centering pass through the slot. Aiden Cruz tries to make a move. Cuts down right through Evan Paluzzi. Paluzzi has the size advantage, but Cruz has the speed advantage. There's a reach shot through. Save again by Moniz. Off the stick of Ben Harrington. And another shot. Great save by Martyr. Kai Andrade letting one rip at the top of the circle. Harrington lays it across to Moniz, and it's out to center ice. Indians on fire so far. Harrington takes the hit. JT Sherrier at the blue line. One of the co-captains takes the hit. Off Connor Hayes, slides it in. Less than 2 minutes left here in the first period at Headland Arena. Dartmouth High School Hockey here on Dartmouth Community Media. Behind the net, Dartmouth out in front, the slot area. Kept in, wrist shot through, blocked in front off the stick of Jacob Kearney. Down in the left wing corner, the Indians play it back. Here's Kearney. Kearney with a shot through, tipped. Great save that time by Martyr. Nick Anderson down there for Dartmouth. Mark Rossi telling me before the game that he's going with 3 lines. Tried to get 2, but noticing that his team was gassed. The save by Martyr. Rebound. Oh, another great save. They score! A continued barrage of shots on Martyr, and finally they put the second one through. 2-0 Dartmouth.
Yeah. Well, great play. We don't have the name of number 13, I believe it was, for Dartmouth. But what an effort. I mean, the initial shot, the rebound, and then the third effort just to get the puck in. Sticking with it. Having that active stick and just anticipating the puck to bounce back to you. That drive and that determination led to that goal.
Just what you said, sometimes, you know, the goaltender makes the save with that pad, and then the rebound comes out, and the Indians are able to pounce on that. We'll get the information on the goal scorer at the end of the period, but the Indians dominating a 2-0 lead and territorially all over this Foxborough team. Foxborough coming back the other way. Most of the shots are from far away, most of them easily handled by Ashlyn Machado as the puck goes all the way back in the Foxborough end. Follow up here. Score! Charlie Camisa. Second goal of the night, 3-0 Dartmouth.
That was a battle in the defensive zone with Leo Campbell there. And he initially makes a good play and ends up getting the body, kind of a body a little bit, and then it squirts out over to Camisa, who snipes it in. So that was a nice shot by Camisa. Had his head up, had plenty of room, had a lot of open space. A fortunate bounce for him, lands right on the tape, and he's able to pick the corner.
And he roofed that one. And a 3-0 Dartmouth lead as the Indians are just all over Foxborough. And the Indians counterattack again. Here comes Max Carrero. Trying to make a move at the face-off circle, couldn't do it, and Foxborough counters the other way. Dartmouth again, Aiden Cruz. Into the corner he goes. Cruz to the net, right on Martyr, and Martyr keeps the pad down to make the save. Foxborough thinking we got to get out of this period without giving up yet another goal.
On that goal too, that was a really that chance was generated actually from a block, I believe, in the defensive zone by, I think it was Charrier, right? So that was a great play by him, if I'm correct. And, you know, opportunities like that are typically generated from good defensive efforts as well. So
there is another glove save there by Martyr. Went down into the butterfly, but then had to flash the glove in order to make that save. 10 seconds left on the period. Foxborough moving it out through the neutral zone. Stopped here by Evan Moniz, the co-captain. Slides it down, and that's going to be it for period number 1. Total domination here by the Dartmouth Indians, and Foxborough just back on their heels for the whole period.
Yeah, Dartmouth coming out. They're impressive. They've shown a lot of poise, a lot of patience with the puck. Good energy out of the gate, laying the body, getting pucks deep, shots from the point, keeping them low, looking for rebounds. All of those things are going to lead you to a successful outcome if you just continue to do those simple things. When we talk about teams that like to grind, when you simplify things and just focus on working as a unit, moving the puck well, exercising patience when you have the puck. Those are all things that are gonna benefit you if you just continue to do them.
So a very solid period here for Dartmouth, all over Foxborough, and they have an early 3-0 lead. Stand by, we have the second period coming up here on Dartmouth Community Media in a moment. Second period action about to begin here at Headland Memorial Skating Rink, right here on Dartmouth Community Media, live on YouTube and on DCTV. Alongside Andrew Santos, this is Paul Santos. Hope you're having a terrific holiday season and you have a great new year in 2023 during this game here between Dartmouth and Foxborough. By the way, number 13 is being worn tonight by Jacob Grieve. He's the one that got that rebound and got that goal in between the two goals. That was scored by Charlie Camisa, so a nice job there by a young sophomore. So the Indians right away come into the offensive end. A great save by Martyr as Aiden Cruz got in on net.
Foxborough is going to be in for a long night if they don't play number 21 a little bit tighter. If they just let him walk into the slot like that, he's going to have a good night.
Nice save that time by Martyr as he flashes the blocker to make that stop off of Gibson. Well, the puck is going to be coming in this direction, probably, as we're down here in the Dartmouth offensive end. But how about that save right there by Machado at the other end?
Tough stop there, too. A nice tip in front, redirected puck. Tough to find those sometimes, but Machado was, as usual, right there where he should be, and he was able to stop it.
Daniel Jacobs now behind the net here for Foxborough. Early going here in the second period. The first period dominated by Dartmouth, a power play goal. There's a shot deflected wide, but Foxborough has come out with a few opportunities here early going in the second period. Puck slides down here on Martyr, and Martyr makes the stop, and the faceoff will be down here in the Foxborough end.
Looks like Charrier got his stick stuck under Campbell's skate at the end of that play and tripped him up. He didn't really like that. He stared him down all the way back to the bench.
Max Carrero taking the draw here for Dartmouth, another one of those small, quick players for the Indians. Puck is kept in by Dartmouth. A shot through, blocked that time in front by Evan Paluzzi. Played along the wing here by Tom Watts. Michael Rua, through center ice for Foxborough. Foxborough moving the puck into the center ice area. Slides right back into the Foxborough end. Indians pursuing it. Puck kept in at the blue line. And now Camisa has to regroup at center ice. Charlie Camisa with 2 goals tonight. One of them a power play goal, the other one an even strength goal. And we mentioned sophomore Grieve getting the goal in between on a nice rebound. Carrero bounces it in as the Indians change up. And it's going to be a tripping penalty against number 12, Bisho. Just got to stick in there.
Yeah, not happy about it. Kind of towards the end of his shift, so a little frustrating for him. And let's hope the Indians can fend off Foxborough here. Because if they are able to put one past Machado, then it's a whole different game. They always say that a 2-goal lead in hockey is one of the worst leads you could have. So absolutely do not let Foxborough get a goal here and get back into the game.
Does seem like Foxborough has had a few more opportunities here in the second period than he did in the first, but the Indians now with a shorthanded chance. Broken up on the back check there by Leo Campbell on Kai Andrade, as Kai Andrade was thinking about a shorty right at the beginning of the power play, and the puck is iced here by Dartmouth. A few years back, they changed the power play to 2 minutes. It was 1:30 for a long time, and about 5 years ago, I would say, they made it 2 minutes, so special teams even more important than they used to be.
Yeah, interesting change. I think a change that kind of had to happen. I mean, every other level, it's pretty much 2 minutes, so, you know, why cut that down?
Machado grabs it with 1:20 left on the power play. Yeah, a minute 30 felt like it was, you know, hardly anything. It went by so quickly. So a minute 20 left on this power play. Foxborough trying to scratch their way back into the game as the Indians just carried the play in that first period and get the 3-0 lead. At the point, Foxborough plays it down deep. That's Covello. Stopped behind the net by Gibson, though. Gibson tries to clear it around. Nice stop there by Hayes at the point. Taken away by Dartmouth. And now a counterattack here. Hayes with the body check up against Max Carrero. Back comes Connor Hayes. Hayes with a shot. Right pad saved by Machado. Indians always thinking about counterattacking here on the shorthand. And here's an opportunity to the net. Oh, it bounced over the stick of Camisa, looking for the hat trick. Leo Campbell getting back.
Camisa did a good job. He almost actually ran the goalie over as he was coming towards the goalie. A lot of momentum, so it was good on him to recognize that and not turn it into a 5-on-3 situation.
28 seconds left here on the Foxborough power play. Down deep, Foxborough tries to throw it out in front. That was McAuliffe. McAuliffe has had a strong game here for Foxborough. Down deep, Evan Paluzzi. Stopped now by Daniel Jacobs. 10 seconds left on the power play. Indians doing a nice job killing it. Puck banged down here on Martyr. And that's going to do it. A nice kill here by Dartmouth, and a very important one.
Yeah, exactly what you wanted. Limited the shots. I don't think they got a shot on net, did they? So, or maybe one or two. So, nice job there by Dartmouth to limit the opportunities for Foxborough on that important power play.
Luigi Matart, the junior, getting a shot there on Machado, but Machado will hang on with 10:43 to go here in the second period. So Dartmouth Christmas tournament. The Indians playing here in the consolation game against Foxborough. Back to the point, kept in here by Tom Watts. But now it's Aiden Cruz winding up behind his net. Aiden Cruz, one of the fastest players here on Dartmouth, and he flies into the offensive end. Gets it to his teammate Sharrier. Sharrier back to Cruz. At the point, collected here by Dartmouth. Wrist shot through. Bounces off of Andrade. And a counterattack here by Matart. Owen McAuliffe. Shot on Machado. Machado's going to glove that one, and he'll make the stop. Now, I thought the Indians were going to put another one in the net down here.
Yeah, another good opportunity. Good things happen when you throw a puck at the net. But unfortunately, I believe it was Kai Andrade got in front of that one, blocked his own teammate's shot. And sometimes that happens when you try to put your body in front of the net, but you know, that's okay. You're right where you should be, and you're trying to make a screen for the goalie and get opportunities that way. So
Henry Diamond in the corner there for Foxborough. Play it down behind the net. Once again, it's Aiden Cruz. Number 21, just a sophomore. Cruz going right down the middle. Cruz drop pass. Looking for Kai Andrade. Hopped over his stick. Counterattack here by Connor Hayes. Into the offensive end. Play offside on the pass over to Daniel Jacobs.
It's pretty easy when a guy like Aiden Cruz has the puck to, as a teammate, kind of just watch him, go skating up the ice, dipsy doing through the neutral zone, and nobody can really touch him. But you got to be ready. You got to have your stick on the ice and be ready for a pass. There's a couple of plays in that last sequence there where it looked like the Dartmouth Indians players were just watching Aiden Cruz, and they weren't really expecting a pass, and he ended up giving it to him. So you just got to be ready for anything.
Indians get a shot on net. Well, it's deflected wide. Tried to get a redirect out in front, and they did, from Nick Anderson. Indians keep the play in the zone. It bounces out in front of the net. Anderson tried to get a shot off, but he was ridden off at the last second by Alex Cavello. Another big hit on the sideboards there by Brady Boparlin. He knocks a man down. Looks like there's going to be a penalty as Connor Hayes gave him a shove back. Looks like Hayes is the guy that's headed to the box.
Could have gone either way there. I mean, Boparlin kind of got him from behind. It was a good no call by the ref, and then he kind of skated over the over the Foxborough player's head, and he didn't like that, and he kind of retaliated, and he was able to draw the penalty. Boparlin, mentioning his name again, freshman for Dartmouth. Another big play there. Now the Indians are on the power play, and frustrated Foxborough player in the penalty box.
Got one look at the power play so far. Very effective. They ended up with a power play goal. But just their ability to control the puck, move it around, set up for the shot. Very nice setup there on the power play. So here we go. Here comes Dartmouth with the man advantage. Puck brought down deep into the offensive end here by Cruz. Cruz playing it back. Gibson. Across it goes. Cruz has it again. Kai Andrade down in the corner. Andrade plays it down deep. Puck flipped around. That's Zachary Donaccio, number 6. Charlie Camisa now. He's got 2 on the night so far. 1 a power play goal. Camisa tried to go to the net at the circle. Shot blocked in front. As the Indians, Max Carrero couldn't get that shot off.
Yeah, he was ready for it. It just didn't quite hop where he wanted it to, and he wasn't able to get his stick on it.
It's like that Dartmouth player just decided he was going to come out of the corner and try to do it alone. But Foxborough was not able to let that happen. Charlie Camisa with Andrade. Here's Andrade out of the corner. Andrade with a shot. Kick saved by Motter. Now on the other side, Max Carrero. Can't come out with it. Gibson playing the point on the power play. Looking for a lane. Gibson for a shot. Blocked by Camisa by mistake as it hit his stick. Hit his skate, rather, in front of the net. As you said, that can happen sometimes when you're lining up down there. Killing off the penalty, Luigi Mutat plays it behind the net. 10 seconds left on the Dartmouth power play. Cruz on the move. Glove saved by Martyr. Oh, that was labeled. Looking to put one under the crossbar, but Martyr robs him.
And Martyr really flashed the leather there. I mean, we're standing right behind the net. I mean, that corner was wide open. And it seemed like his glove almost kind of came out of nowhere. That was a great save by Martyr there. And a good look from Aiden Cruz as well.
I can remember Aiden Cruz kind of bursting on the scene as a freshman last year. And we were thinking, oh, who's this guy? Now he's a sophomore, and as the puck is iced.
Making his presence even more known.
Absolutely. Very flashy and a lot of skill.
Mm-hmm. I do want to talk about the penalty for a second there. So that little sequence there with Boparlin, they got back up. And it looked like Boparlin was kind of giving the Foxborough player a little bit of mouth there after that. When you draw that penalty, that's it. You put your head down, you skate back to the bench. You don't really want to get a matching penalty there. That's something that will really frustrate your coach, and that's not something you want to happen as a freshman. So just you gotta try to be careful in those situations. A cranky ref could call anything if they wanted to.
Foxborough moves it out. This is Leo Campbell. Campbell moves it to the slot, does a shot, saved by Machado. As cutting in was Daniel Jacobs, and he got a good look at Ashton Machado in the Dartmouth net.
Yeah, kind of muffed the shot there a little bit again. It kind of landed right in the breadbasket. Another easy one for Machado. And again, ideally, if you're Foxborough, you want to keep those low, try to hit one of the pads, try to make an opportunity for one of your teammates. Nice shot off the draw there.
Dartmouth continues to carry the play, but Foxborough has definitely got a little bit more action on Machado in the second period than the first period.
I think part of that has to do with the power play opportunity a couple minutes ago, kind of a few minutes into the period there. But yeah, absolutely. Coach is trying to patch some things up in between periods and come out with a new sense of momentum.
Centering pass by Campbell goes right across the slot area. Dartmouth behind the net looking to collect. Foxborough throws it out in front, and Machado had to scoop that up with a glove as Foxborough gets another offensive opportunity.
So a couple good opportunities there for Foxborough. And if you're Dartmouth, I think it's just important to just keep playing your game. Try not to panic. Keep doing those little things that we were talking about earlier. You got a 3-0 lead here, so, just keep pushing.
Face off in the Dartmouth end. Turnaround shot saved by Machado. Machado definitely getting more rubber at him in the period, in second period. Michael Rua, man knocked down in the offensive end. Looks like we're going to have a penalty coming up here against Dartmouth. And it looks like it's going to be a hooking penalty.
And it's Bisho again.
Second time in the box for him.
Yep, second time. Got to try to control your stick a little bit sometimes, but sometimes it gets stuck in a player. Things happen quick in hockey, so.
I know you didn't spend a lot of time in the penalty box when you were playing, but if you did collect a penalty, kind of a long skate back to the bench after that, isn't there, with a coach looking at you like?
Yeah, it's never a place that you want to be. You talk to any hockey player, they don't want to be in the box. They want to be out there playing, helping their team.
Nice hit that time by Charlie Camiza on Leo Campbell here on the near side. Foxborough looking to set up in the offensive end, having some difficulty as Martyr makes the stop. Leo Campbell for Foxborough. Indians with a great job killing it so far as Will Gibson ices it.
Good puck movement so far on what's another pretty critical power play for Foxborough.
Dartmouth doing a nice job containing them and not letting them get set up in the offensive end. Here's Cavello. Broken up at the blue line. Foxborough halfway through this power play and have not challenged the Indians at all as there's a collision there at center ice with Cruz. McAuliffe down deep, goes behind the net. Moniz slides it back. It's out of the zone and Hayes has to go back to get it. Here's Campbell. Slides it wide of the net. Kept in, shot through a screen, stick the side off the stick of Cavello. Played back to the point. Here's Campbell. Campbell with a shot. Tip, saved by Machado. Oh, a nice stop by Machado as the puck was redirected by Daniel Jacobs out in front.
And just a nice job by Aiden Cruz to recognize the situation, gets the puck without even hesitation, just clears the zone, sends it right back down nice and slow, kill off more time of the power play.
Only 15 seconds left on the power play, and Jacob Kearney slides it right down to the final few seconds. Carrier delivers a huge hit on the offensive boards as he just lays out Leo Campbell. The officials kind of looking over there, and they've determined that was a clean hit. One of the hardest hits of the night as the penalty expired. Foxborough still in the offensive end, even though the penalty is over from the circle. Wrist shot through a screen, high and wide, blocked in front. Follow-up shot there by Daniel Jacobs. And the puck is out to center ice. Thundering hit that time right down in front of us here.
Yeah, it's Leo Campbell a part of the play again. He's had kind of a rough night. The bad end of a couple of bad bounces, a couple of brutal hits.
Out in front, they tried to get a shot off from point blank range. Stuff shot blocked that time off the stick of Cruz as he tried to wrap around. Indians all over Martyr. Sharrier in the offensive end. Kept in momentarily, and now it's finally out by Foxborough. A couple of great chances there by Dartmouth. Yeah, well, J.T. Sharry did a great job on the Dartmouth football team this year, but maybe he's thinking he's still playing football out there because that was a great hit. Backhand, a great save by Martyr. Out of defenseman, put him right into the net. That was Tom Watts. John Bisho doesn't like it. Bichot and
Bichot's not happy.
Alice Cavello are going at it right down here in front of the net. Oh, and a shot to the face being thrown that time by Bichot. And they're both going to the box, Bichot and Cavello.
Surprisingly so, no ejection there. I mean, usually you don't see a lot of punches thrown in the high school games here. So the whole sequence actually started by Bichot looked a little irritated after drawing those couple of penalties. He came out with a ton of energy, actually had a turnover in the offensive zone, went and got the puck, wrestled the puck away from the defender, came in front, had a nice backhand in front, almost got it top shelf there, and then got pushed into the goalie. And then what happened after that was the goalie actually punched him in the back of the head while he was in the crease, even though it wasn't his fault. He got hit into the goalie. So, obviously he was very upset about that. He got up, a couple of things happened, and then that's how the scrum began. So I do believe I saw the ref kind of bend over and talk to the goalie here, Martyr, after he punched Bichot in the back of the head, like, hey, you can't do that type of thing. So we'll see what's assessed here.
I tell you, when Alex Cavello and John Bichot were roughing up down below, usually see that, some pushing and shoving back and forth, but Bichot wound up and threw a punch right over the top and landed on number 5 Cavello. And generally now you're on the borderline of, hey, wait a minute, that can sometimes end up in an ejection.
Yeah, it's tough to keep the emotions under control when you're at the receiving end of an initial hit like that. But, you just got to try to stay disciplined and keep your focus on the play and not necessarily all the other nonsense that's kind of going around. But, totally understand the frustration on Bichot's end. If I'm the coach, I'm kind of telling him, hey, listen, next time that happens, you can draw a penalty, create a great opportunity for our team. Just put your head down, keep working, skate away from that nonsense, and yeah.
So Foxborough slides it down deep. Only 2 minutes left here in the second period. The second period has flown by. Dartmouth had a 3-0 lead after one. Foxborough looking for the wraparound. Foxborough has definitely played better in the second period. Winding up to take a shot here is McAuliffe. Stopped that time, Machado. Follow-up chance here. A nice deke. Puck is loose in the slot. Trying to get a shot off as Tom Watts couldn't do it. And it's out to center ice. Still a minute 30 left in the period, so a lot can happen, but kind of felt like the Indians were going to build on this 3-0 lead, but it hasn't happened. Stopped here by Paluzzi. Slid down here by Tom Watts. Machado stops it behind the net. Kept in by Foxborough. Now the Indians bank it all the way out and getting back to collect as Tom Watts. No icing. Watts being pursued by Andrade. He steals it. Andrade tries to center it. Trying to get it to Sharia, but it went off a skate of one of the Foxborough players. Less than a minute to go here in the first. Aiden Cruz turning on the Jets. Once he gets going, there's no stopping him. Here he comes into the offensive end. Cruz with a toe drag. Tries to do it himself. And can't get through the whole defense. And he's broken up.
Just one too many defenders right there in front of him. Completely smothered up by Foxborough. Good recognition. Seeing him with the puck coming through the slot. Trying to prevent him from getting those clean looks in the slot like he has earlier in the game.
Campbell for Foxborough. Moving out now for the Indians is Brady Boparlin. Stopped by Connor Hayes of Foxborough. Fires wide of Machado. 12 seconds left here in the period. Foxborough at center ice. Slide it down, Machado. Leaves it behind his net for Gibson with 4 seconds left. Gibson plays it up on the wing. Puck bounces to the middle, and that's going to be it in period number 2. So the Indians got 3 goals in the first period, 2 by Charlie Camisa and another by Grieve. And in the second period, I don't know, I thought that the Indians were going to make it 5-0 the way it was going in the first period, but you have to credit Foxborough making a game out of it. They definitely changed things a little bit here in the second period.
Yeah, resilient group, resilient play from Foxborough here. Coming out of the gate in the second period, patching a couple of things up. A good overall period of hockey. I think it was much more even, a little bit of a different story this period than the first period. tensions do seem to be rising a little bit between the two clubs, which is interesting to see. But obviously, you don't want anyone to get hurt, and Bishow's a good player. You don't really want to see him in the penalty box for 5 minutes or anything like that either. But at a certain point, you got to stand up for yourself, and that's what he did. But that whole play that before that was a great play. He went in the corner, stole the puck from the defender, came out in front, shot it on net. That was a great opportunity. He almost scored on that. So I'll be interested to see what he does when he comes out of the box in the next period here.
All right, at the end of 2, it's Dartmouth 3 and Foxborough nothing. We've got the third period coming up next right here on Dartmouth Community Media. Back at Headland Arena, third period action about to begin. Dartmouth with 3 goals out of the gate, 2 by Charlie Camisa and 1 by Jacob Grieve to give the Indians a 3-0 lead. And then in the second period, Foxborough really picked it up and Dartmouth couldn't score any more goals. Well, let's see what happens here in period number 3. If the Indians can pick their play back up a little bit as the puck goes down in the Foxborough end, covered up by goaltender Trevor Motter. Yeah, I really thought Dartmouth was going to pick up and kind of do the same thing they did in the first period, but it didn't happen that way.
No, and if you're Coach Rossi in between periods, you're just telling them to do what they did in the first.
Yeah, you don't want to let a team hang around. I mean, you look down on the ice and you kind of get the feel that Dartmouth is the better team, but that doesn't mean that Foxborough isn't capable of coming back.
Above all else, I mean, you got to stay out of the box. You got 3 penalties that period. You can't just keep giving them opportunities. You got to stay disciplined. You got to keep playing good old-fashioned hockey.
And even though Machado really didn't get barraged with pucks, he made a few key saves. Like right there, makes another one on the backhander by number 21, Daniel Jacobs. So Machado has made some key saves here to keep this a 3-0 game.
He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he? It's like, no problem. Guy in the slot, no problem.
Yeah, definitely in control of the pads and definitely an angle goaltender. He's got those angles down pat.
Tough to beat him one-on-one for sure.
In the offensive end here's Connor Hayes. Hayes coming out from behind the net. Winding up for Foxborough. Early stages here in period number 3. No icing as the puck is deflected into the offensive end. Here comes Owen McAuliffe. Pinned by Will Gibson. Daniel Jacobs. Indians can't move it out. Kept in by Foxborough. Centering pass. Puck bouncing around in the slot. Skated away here by Evan Moniz to the offensive end. There's a shot by Grieve and another stop by Motter. As Matt Grieve, the young sophomore, Jacob Grieve, looking for his second goal of the night.
And he's had a good game so far. And that was a good shot. I mean, the goalie Marta was really surprised to see that. It almost looked like it could have gone 5-hole. He just got those pads down just in time.
Back comes Foxborough, 13:20 to go in the third period. Nice deke into the offensive end, saved by Machado. Another stop by Machado. As again, he makes it look easy on the backhander by Matart. This kid Matart, man, he's got some offensive skill. Kept in by Foxborough to the net, wide. On the other far side, Foxborough keeps it in.
Yeah, nice little dangle there earlier by Matart trying to get into the offensive zone. It looked like he was looking more to his teammate in the slot in front there instead of the shot, and just wasn't able to get it off. A couple of good Dartmouth defenders recognized it. I believe Gibson was out there, got in the way, and prevented the opportunity.
Back comes Dartmouth. Wrist shot blocked in front by Jack Gifford. Counter attack here by Foxborough. On the wing. Couldn't get the shot off as he is taken down by Evan Moniz. Thought we might have a penalty there. But the Indians dodge a bullet as Moniz collects.
Yeah, those are some scary situations when you're on the ground you know, with momentum going into the boards, it's almost nothing you can do to stop that.
Centering pass, great save by Machado, scoring the rebound. Finley Campbell collects the rebound and makes it 3-1.
And nothing really Machado could do on that one. I mean, made the good initial first save. Juicy rebound. Indian defenders unable to find it. Juicy rebound right on his stick, and he's able to bury it to bring their team within 2. And now here we go. We got a 2-goal game, worst lead in hockey. We got Foxborough with some new momentum, and let's see how the Indians can try to respond here.
Foxborough coming out maybe a little lackluster in that first period. Maybe it had to do with them a little bit, in addition to Dartmouth playing well. It's like that play is
blown off sides.
Offside.
Like Andrade was trying to keep a skate on the other end of the blue line and held it, and eventually brought his skate over. Wasn't able to get it over in time, so stoppage in play.
Right before that goal was scored by Finley Campbell, Ashton Machado made 2 or 3 terrific saves. But as you said, couldn't really help that last one as the rebound came out, and it was basically an open net rebound. From the point, Foxborough shot blocked in front.
Like I said, you know, really hard to beat him one-on-one. So if you're the Indians, you're really just trying to limit that second opportunity. Clear that deadwood out in front, those rebounds. Get those out of the way. Because Machado's going to help you stop those initial shots almost every time.
Aiden Cruz into the offensive end. Nice save by Marder. Marder comes out to cut down the angle and squeezes that one on Cruz.
That would have been a nice one to get there for the Indians. Surely.
Tell you, Foxborough looks like a different team in periods number 2 and 3. Totally different than the first period.
Yeah, newfound momentum. Momentum is a big part of hockey.
Foxborough moving into the offensive end, taken away. Here comes Camiza. Camiza, checked by Motart. Through the neutral zone it goes. Indians collect. Here comes Carrero. Max Carrero manages to avoid a check. On the near side, Foxborough on the counterattack. Here they come through the neutral zone. Stopped here by Grieve. Grieve winds up with a slap shot and a save by the goaltender. Marder making the stop there on Grieve. Haven't seen too many slap shots tonight, but Grieve just wound up.
He got a lot on it, too. I mean, that was a blast.
Puck hops over the stick of Moniz, but he collects here at the blue line. Moniz through the neutral zone, stopped by Foxborough at the blue line. Back they come. That's Paluzzi sliding it down. Behind the net, Dartmouth. Camiza couldn't move it out in front. Moniz looking for Carrero out through the neutral zone. There's Dartmouth, wrist shot, glove save by Marder off the stick of Nick Anderson. Tell you, both goaltenders have played very solid games at each end of the rink.
Yeah, good opportunity there. He's holding it in that little bit of a toe drag position there. He's looking for the pass. Rips it on net. Goalie doesn't expect it. But he does get the save.
10:15 to go here in the game. Here's a wrist shot wide of the net by Dartmouth. Dartmouth trying to move it out in front, and smartly Marder will cover that one up with 10:07 to play in the game.
Might have got a little bit of snow in the face too. For I believe Charrier.
Charrier playing an aggressive game so far. Certainly the body check of the night by J.T. Charrier down here in the corner right in front of us. Foxborough on the counterattack in front. Redirected shot goes wide. The rebound bounces out in front. There's a good chance there by Brendan LaCroix. LaCroix, a big player behind the net, being checked by Gibson. LaCroix wanted to come out with it, but the Indians come back. Cruz gets tripped up behind the net by Daniel Jacobs, and a penalty coming up here on Foxborough for tripping.
And that is not something that you want to see for Dartmouth. It's very scary. Got his knee clipped, one of the star players on Dartmouth. Young talent. And fortunately, looks like he's up on his 2 feet now and he's moving around, but
very dangerous, as you said, hit on the leg on the knee.
For that first 5-10 seconds, I mean, you're really holding your breath and hoping that he's able to get up. But he has. A great sight to see Aiden Cruz back up and ready to take the draw.
Staying out there for the power play. 2 minutes for tripping. And see if Dartmouth can really score one here and almost put the game away. If they can get a goal here and get the 3-goal lead back. Gibson up on the wing, and the Indians move it out. Here's Kai Andrade. Charlie Camiza couldn't get it. Will Gibson has to wind up in his own end.
That's a devastating penalty to take if you're Foxborough. I mean, 9 minutes left, you're down 2. You got all the momentum, and now you're on the PK.
Here's Aiden Cruz right to the net. Great save by Martyr. Oh, I thought for sure he might have buried that one, but Martyr made the stop.
He didn't look too bothered by that previous play on that rush there, huh? Right back up, end to end, dancing through the offensive zone, getting the shot on net.
Indians try to set up in the offensive end. Thundering hit in the right wing corner as down went Paluzzi. Foxborough back the other way on the shorthand. They'll just clear it down deep. Stopped here by Machado behind the net. So far, the Indians have not been able to gain any kind of a sustained attack here on Martyr. Still a minute left on the power play, though. And again, Foxborough steals and clears it down.
They seem to have lost a little bit of that patience and that little bit of swag that they had with the puck in the first period. You can't panic in these situations. You just got to keep, and we know they can do it because we saw them do it in the first period.
Camiza behind the net. Charlie playing it back to Gibson. Gibson through a screen. Saved by Martyr. Rebound. A battle in front of the net. And Martyr makes the stop. Oh, I can see the Foxborough fans behind the net over there not too happy with kind of that scrum out in front before the officials finally blew the whistle.
And Martyr with the snow angel in front there.
Yeah, exactly.
And we talk about the breadbasket, another shot right into that F there on his jersey, but there was so much traffic in there, he wasn't really able to smother it. It bounced off his chest, and then the second and third opportunities came up. So
Gibson got one down in net from the point. Indians play it back to the right wing corner. Camiza, one shot, score! Gibson! A one-timer makes it 4-1.
And the Indians kind of just going back to what worked for them in the first place, and that's getting those low shots from the point and those open looks on the net. Unfortunately for Martyr, there was just a little bit of room there, a few inches inside the post, and Gibson was able to thread that in right on the inside of the post there. And a huge goal here for Dartmouth, seemingly putting this one away.
Second power play goal of the night here for the Indians. And as you said, feels like a put-away goal with 7:40 left and the 3-goal lead. I'm impressed with a lot of these young players. Will Gibson, only a sophomore, really running the point on that power play all night long. And we mentioned number 21, Aiden Cruz, and
the size of the young ones, the sophomores, the size, the patience, the ability to move the puck around. It's been impressive.
Jacob Grieve, only a sophomore. Kai Andrade, a junior. So definitely some young players. John Bisho, a junior. Charlie Camisa, a junior. And Aiden Cruz, you mentioned, a sophomore. And Brady Boparlin, just a freshman, getting some minutes tonight here for the Indians. So a young team, but looking good so far.
It's good to see. I mean, you don't really want your freshmen and sophomores to ride the bench for the first couple of years of their high school career. It's important to get them out there for the experience, and you know they seem to be doing well so far with the opportunities that they've been given. So keep using this as opportunities for growth and to help grow the program. And it's been nice to see the impact that the freshmen and the sophomores have been making so far for the Indians.
Indians coming into this game with a 3-1 record under first-year head coach Mark Rossi. We mentioned before, a 2002 graduate of New Bedford High School. Excellent hockey player in his own right, playing for New Bedford High School under John Sullivan at that time. And very excited taking over this program, there's only been 3 head coaches. Centering pass back end, a great save by Martyr. Oh, Martyr made another stop. Gibson loses the puck and it's cleared out. 2 more great opportunities there by Dartmouth.
We were just talking about the poise and a little mistake there from Gibson. But again, these are opportunities for growth that you like to see for your freshman and sophomore.
Centering pass, Gibson gets a piece of that one. Bouncing puck near the net. Sticked aside that time with a nice back check by Will Ganji. Will Ganji is a junior. Back the other way it comes, the Indians looking to put another one on the board as it bounces out. We're mentioning head coach Mark Rossi. Very excited to take over this program. There's only been 3 head coaches. It was Bob Hayes, who was here for a long time. Then it was Mike Capello for 20 years or so, and now Rossi. It's the 3rd coach that Dartmouth has ever had. As Moniz goes into the offensive end. So I'm sure Rossi, we said, very excited to take over the program, wants to pick up where Coach Capello left off and really grow the program. In the slot, Indians, bouncing puck, Martyr, score! Five to 1 Dartmouth.
I believe that's Anderson there in front.
Nick Anderson, a junior, finds the back of the net.
Yep, as we said, just getting pucks on the net. A little rebound there for him. Second opportunity, third opportunity. Goalie's in a full-on split. Whole entire top shelf of the net is open. Got it right over the lower left pad there, Martyr. And now the floodgates are blown open.
So it's 5 to 1 Dartmouth with 5:35 to go here in the game. And Foxborough moves it out to the center ice area. O'Neill's trying to keep it in here for Dartmouth. JT Sharrier at the blue line. Collected here by Connor Hayes for Foxborough. Want to see a clean game here in the last 5 minutes. Sometimes when there's a big lead, then the body checking picks up. Of course, as long as they're clean checks, it's okay. Foxborough back the other way. But the Indians. That's Ben Harrington. Ben Harrington knocks down Connor Hayes here in the corner. Connor Hayes tried to deliver the hit, but he ended up going down to the ice. Out of the corner, Foxborough. McAuliffe up against Aiden Cruz. Cruz gets hit that time by Hayes. Now Kai Andrade for Dartmouth. Andrade makes a nice toe drag into the offensive end. Andrade goes down behind the net. Nice stick work there by Kai Andrade. Moniz, wrist shot through. Glove saved by Marta with 4:25 left.
Those Foxborough jerseys just all over Aiden Cruz there, huh?
I see Aiden Cruz buzzing up and down the ice. He looks like Joey Gomes, who played with you. Wasn't that his number? I think it was 21.
Yep.
Left-handed, small, speedy. I'm thinking some of these players remind me of other players from the past.
Yeah, Moniz got a lot more size to him, but very, very similar type of just, he dictates the game when he's got the puck on his stick and buzzing all over the place. And Foxborough's recognized that, trying to smother him up a little bit more, put the body on him.
Now a chance here for Gibson. Gibson scored a power play goal from the point earlier on here in period number 3. Less than 4 minutes left. Near the net, sticked aside there by Mata, who kind of swatted it away. Long shot from center ice, stopped by Machado. Cleared around here by Dartmouth. Jacob Kearney. Now Gibson. Centering pass. Foxborough just trying to toss it at the net and see if they can make something happen. Gibson takes the hit that time from Daniel Jacobs. Camiza slides it down. No icing. And we're down to the final 3:23 left.
We were talking about B-Show earlier. I haven't seen him out on the ice this third period, so I'm starting to wonder if A, he got ejected from the game, or B, Coach Rossi's telling him, I think that's enough for today. And, use this as an opportunity for growth and for learning. And just telling your player, you can't be doing that stuff and try not to get involved in that stuff. And try to be more disciplined, and because who knows, you go back out again and do something like that, you could get ejected from the next game or something like that. You don't want that to happen.
Jack Gifford, a junior, out there now for Dartmouth, trying to get a shot on net there as Gibson takes his man to the boards. Jacob Kearney moving it out. Now Kearney gets it out of the blue line. Center ice. Team's jockeying for position, and a big hit as down went Jack Gifford, as delivering the hit was Damano. Gibson moves it up on the wing, the Indians. That's Zach Donaccio through center ice. Down to the final 2 minutes left in the game as Gibson stops it for Dartmouth. Nick Anderson banks it down. Gibson goes back to get it for Dartmouth. The Indians content with killing time off here and maintaining this lead. Final 2 minutes left in the game. Foxborough, backhander, wide of the net. Jacob Grieve couldn't move it out. Harrington makes a move, gets it out to center ice as he takes the hit. Moniz moving it out through the neutral zone. There's a wrist shot, high and wide of the net, high rebound. Man taken down, puck cleared by Foxborough. That's going to be icing against Foxborough. Getting a little chippy in the last couple minutes of the game here.
Yep, and you just want to try to get through this next minute without anything too crazy happening, and any injuries or anything like that, obviously. Now, Foxborough put up a good fight, especially up until the beginning of the third period, and Dartmouth's done a good job of responding with their last 2 goals.
Manis Carrero out of the corner, wrist shot saved by Motter. He's down, he's spread out on the ice. Another Snow Angel. And a penalty is being called. Let's see who's on their way to the penalty box. It looks like it's a Dartmouth player. That's number 6, and that is Zachary Donaccio.
Yeah, we just talked about staying disciplined. It's surely a message that Coach Rossi would like to get across to his players in these types of situations.
Indians had 5 players out there. They were on the penalty kill. So the official had to say, hey, somebody's going to get off the ice. Charlie Camisa taking the face-off for Dartmouth. Puck around, stopped here by Foxborough. Taken away, and there's a chance here for Maddox Carrero. Maddox Carrero takes a man down, as down went Tommy Devlin to the ice. Foxborough through the neutral zone. Gibson takes his man to the boards. Pass up, Harrington stops. Foxborough banks it right back down to the Dartmouth end. Final 38 seconds. Gibson stopped at the Foxborough blue line. Alex Cavello, 30 seconds left in the game. Taken away by Dartmouth, and it's going to be an offside at the offensive blue line. With 25.1 seconds left in the hockey game. Well, the Indians should go to 4-1 on the season after this game against Foxborough.
Yeah, good overall effort from the Indians tonight.
Magnus Guerrero trying to get the shot off, cleared out by Foxborough. They're on the power play, so that's going to be icing against Foxborough. This is the consolation game of the Christmas tournament, where they play for the first ever Capello Cup. Unfortunately, Dartmouth is going to be 4-1 in the season, but the only loss they had was to Oliver Ames the other day, 3-2, a really tough game and a really good game, but unfortunately they're not going to be able to play for the Capello Cup. Old Rochester Fairhaven is going to get an opportunity to play in that game against Oliver Ames.
Yeah, at the same time, you want to look at the positive side of things, starting off 4-1, that's pretty good. So, and they've looked very good tonight. So, just got to keep that momentum moving forward for the rest of the season and try to patch up some of those mistakes that were made in the second period there. But a great overall effort here tonight from the Indians, as the players come and celebrate their win with the goaltender Ashton Machado, who had another great night.
Recapping the goal scoring in the first period, Charlie Camisa with a power play goal made it 1-0. Jacob Grieve, his first varsity goal, made it 2-0. Charlie Camisa, second goal of the night, made it 3-0. And it looked like the Indians might be blowing out Foxborough, to be honest. But in the second period, Foxborough picked up their play. No scoring in the second period. And in fact, early in the third period, Finley Campbell actually made it a 3-1 game for a while. But then on the power play, Foxborough taking a bad penalty there when they were just about trying to crawl back into the game. And Will Gibson made them pay, the sophomore defenseman, from the point, ripped one through to make it 4-1. And then Nick Anderson making it 5-1 to close out the scoring. So there was a moment there in the third period early on where we're thinking, I know Foxborough trying to creep back into here, and we don't want to see that happen after that big 3-0 lead.
Yeah, very, very well could have slipped another one by Machado, and then next thing you know, it's you know, you're kind of in a little bit of a panic. But Dartmouth is able to manage that and come back with their own goal there in the you know, little few minutes into the third there, and just a great response by them, and a good overall effort from that club today.
Really enjoyed watching both goaltenders today. You have to credit Foxborough's junior goaltender, Trevor Martyr, who had a lot of pucks coming at him all game. He did a great job to just keep the Indians, you know, at bay for most of the night. And of course, Ashton Machado, even though we didn't see as much rubber as Martyr, there was some crucial saves that he made when Foxborough was on the comeback that really could have made it a different game.
Looking very poised and very comfortable back there as usual. And that's going to be a key to the Indians' success moving forward for sure, is having the good goaltending. So again, it's great to see him back here this year as a junior. And excited to see what the Indians are going to accomplish for the rest of the year moving forward.
That's right, a young team, and I'm surprised at how well they've played so far. 4-1 on the season. And a lot of these players that were freshmen and sophomores last year, now you're talking about juniors, sophomores, got a couple of seniors mixed in, and so far the young players are mixing in well with the upperclassmen.
Which is great to see, especially with a new coach like Coach Rossi coming into kind of like a fresh new slate of players and giving them that time and experience and the opportunity to kind of grow together as a full unit, coach and players together. I think that's important. I think it's good to see.
All right, so the final score again is Dartmouth 5 and Foxborough 1. For all of us here at Dartmouth Community Media, for my partner Andrew Santos, I'm Paul Santos. We'll see you next time throughout the season with more Dartmouth High School hockey. Goodbye from the Helen Arena.